I have another product to show you here. It's made exclusively for Cabelas by Grand Trunk single parachute nylon hammock. It says Adventure Travel. 100% parachute nylon, quick and easy setup, triple stitching, mildew resistant. Dimensions 9 foot by 6 foot, weight 20 ounce capacity, 400 pounds. We have a note here that says hammocks may be unstable, blah blah blah. Right. So there's advice on using it. So how does this work? Well, like the inexpensive one from Walmart, we have this nice little pouch. And they have this thing available in multiple colors. Well, in a couple. They had camouflage and they had this. I wanted this one. Now, there's one from Walmart. It has some ropes on the end. This one comes with a hammock guide, a rope guide, hammock guide, rope guide, and just a general warning thing. So I have slings to put around the trees, and I hook my hammock to it. So I'm going to go set it up and show it to you in a minute. One of the things that can be disappointing is I just filmed this whole sequence of after putting this tarp up and getting in it. And of course, after I filmed it, I went to go shut the camera off and saw that I hadn't started the film. So now I get to do that part again. I'm just going to climb in. It is strung and the rigging is set at nipple height. It has stretched tight, so I would have to retighten it to get back to that height, which I'll do after a while. There we are. What do I think of it? Well, so far I like it. It's comfortable. Not sure that I like it as much or more, either way, than the blue Walmart one. Excuse me. It is rated at 400 pounds, so it's rated at a higher weight capacity. It's definitely not wide enough that you would try 2 people. So, this pouch over here on the side, I like to keep a drink bottle in at night, so I have something handy. I thought about putting up, well, I'll put my ridge line either way. And I thought about putting my netting up. I think tonight I'm going to try my mosquito suit if the bugs are bad and sleep in that just to see if it keeps them out of here. Oh, Lordy. It's hot out. I'm in a valley, I have a cool breeze, and I'm shaded. This is a perfect time for a nap. Trying to decide between going up the hill to fish or taking a power nap. If I take my boots off, we know I'm napping. Should put my boots in here. Got dirt in my hammock. So, for about the same price as the one at Walmart, you had the blaze orange, and I didn't want that. This is a pretty subdued color. Worked very well for stealth. And since I'm doing stealth camping on and off this year, that seemed like appropriate. Put this with a camo tarp, and you'd be hard to be seen. But it's like $5 more for this than the one at Walmart. This is a limited edition. Cabela's only. When it's gone, it's gone. It has a better system for securing it to the trees. Get away, bug. Yeah. See the damn flies. May have to put that suit on and take a nap. This is Rich. Time to get off the hammock, shut off the camera, and then decide if I'm getting back in the hammock and napping or going up to fishing. Here we go. I can fit this pack. A little left. That was a horsefly. This, put this thing, a tarp, and netting, without too much trouble in my pack, and have room for quite a bit of other stuff. I'm gonna get up and go fish, and hopefully lose the damn flies. If not, I'm coming back down, putting on that suit. I'm taking a nap. See if the flies are still a problem. Okay, Rich here. I wanted to give you my thoughts after the fact on this Grand Trunk hammock. Got a chance to use it. It is not wide. That blue one that I got at Walmart, it's wide enough that if you wanted to sleep at the diagonal, you could. But you're not going to want to be sleeping diagonal in this hammock. Also, this one has a center portion and two sides that are sewn on. That center portion is not as wide as my shoulders are wide. When laying on, I had a seam I could feel under my shoulders, so that was a little distracting. You had to get used to that. So you'll want a mosquito net for this, absolutely. It was very well suited. Remember, this is capable of holding 400 pounds. It can be attached through this. You can clip it with a molly. There's several ways of doing it. I'll show you this change I made here later. Well, I'll show you now. I took off the regular clip slide and I put this one on, which is a grenade. What's my opinion of this? Well, depends on what you're really looking for. Let's compare this with that blue one. All right, the blue one is the same length as this one, so in that regard they're the same. This one has a better system for wrapping around the tree than the blue one does. So point to this one. The blue one is wider, and so depending on how you sleep, more comfortable. This one is much better for stealth than the blue one. The blue one is rated at 250 pounds. This one's rated at 400. So if you need something that can hold more than 250, this is the way to go. If you're wanting to sleep two people in the hammock, the 250 limit probably going to say no. The width of this one's going to say no, even though it's rated at 400. So you're not going to sleep two persons in either one of these. But beyond that, they both have a lot of similarities. For the size space, because they take up the same, what I would probably tend to carry, me personally, on most things, would be the blue one, if I was going to carry it. But if I was going to be camping somewhere, like I'm going camping, I'm on the side of a big hill or a big cliff, and I'm hanging from trees, but there's a hell of a drop below me, 400 pounds over 250, any day, okay? 100% guarantee, if it's a place where I don't want to fall, this is what I'm going with. Also, because this is rated at 400 pounds, one thing I almost forgot to mention, it seems like it's a thicker nylon, and the only real significant part of that is that it doesn't breathe as well. When I'm in that blue one, air can get through. Even when I'm in my my cotton canvas tarp, it feels cooler than I did with this. About the same price as the blue one. So it depends. Do you want something with more weight rating, probably a little stronger? Or do you want something that's wider that you can sleep in at a diagonal? That's what's up to you. It's a big thing now. Do you want to be hidden with that weight rating and a narrow hammock? Or do you want to be conspicuous with a wider hammock? Like I said, in most cases I'm going to carry the blue one. That's not true. The one that's always going to be in my backpack will always be the blue one. This one I'm going to save for when it's important, critical. But the one I'm going to sleep with probably 90% of the time or more is my canvas. I just love the canvas one. But it's not this size. It doesn't pack down in the size of a Gatorade bottle and shove down in my pack. I can fit a tarp in there. I can fit this, I can fit a mosquito net cover, and I don't use maybe a quarter of my backpack to do that. I've got the rest of it for my gear. My mess kit hangs off the side. You had a chance to see that. We're going to cover that in a video. So, alright, Rich here. Yes, I'm going to edit all this rambling. See you guys later. One of these days, I would love to get out in the woods with each one of you, share some camping fun, and we'll do this. Bye everybody. Rich here.